Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Restate of State, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run it. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Stop right there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Turns it upfield.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The gun, it's Frazier. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, put you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
Drops back on first down. Holds on, it's Rodgers. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Howie Rowe will check on his condition. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Arch to throw. Stepping to the right. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Took it all the way back to the house.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Shakes off the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Arch Madness. Going to take a shot. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's... down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Rushes on. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Quarterback changing the play. To throw, Manning. He turns that loose down the right side.
And this has been a frustrating watch so far, guys. I mean, Jesse, you got to be loving the quarterback play here. I mean, just 0 for 6 to start the game. Like, no answers so far, not in rhythm, not accurate. Like, they've got to find something and find something fast because he's not settled in. He's a little bit rattled, and it's showing.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Out wide left, it's Wingo. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Got him quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. Tells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Coleman Williams. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. And the Dogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. He's looking downfield to throw. On target to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. 1st and goal from the 1. This offense is in great position.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? motion from the wideout. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Georgia! He got it, feet down in bounds. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Booster!
Arch is going to throw for it. Looking long. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Here's Manning to throw. Buying time to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Making the adjustment. Third down from the gun, Manning. Looking left. It's complete. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Can the D deny them on second and goal? A run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
'Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throwing Manning. Out wide right, it's Smothers. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Manning.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to go up top on second down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Manning from the gun on third down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Georgia using its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Wants to throw one first. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. That one just came off his hand badly.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Manning. Under pressure. At the 35, he's got room. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. Got a first down. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Moving out to the right. Stands in and takes the hit. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Ready, ready. Flag 18. Flag 18. Now the levels, go!
Here's Arch to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with a look at Marshall taking on the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Herd with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours.
Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Frazier again. He's stopped.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Arch Madness. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. Could not make his way to the corner. The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
To the air. It's Manning. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he puts through the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Ready, go!
Out wide left, it's Coleman. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They get to him as he throws.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're...
But he's got room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll move the tight end. On first down, Nate Frazier swapped immediately.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Driven back.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Left side is Williams. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the fourth down.
Here comes the Texas offense. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. To throw, Manning. Fires to the right. Wilson's got it. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Here we go. Ready.
To the air. It's Manning. Rush right in his face. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Out wide left, it's Coleman. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long.
95-96 bridge. 95-96 bridge.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Fourth down, Manning. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Off play action on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time to get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Right side, it's Wingo. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make...
He unleashes a long one. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Intercepted by Georgia. And they'll take over first and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Frazier again. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what...
He lets it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. Open spaces. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Arch is going to throw for it. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to throw, it's Manning. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll move the wide receiver. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q. And then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
The Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. The give. All over him immediately.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. Headed to the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the day.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Back has it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Here's Manning to throw. He's going to take a shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Sets his feet. It's Manning. Complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Send the tight end in motion. Throwing Manning. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Here's the return from inside the 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Looking for a huge play. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard to practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to establish the run. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Making the adjustment on the play.
Bridge.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He stopped short on the two-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the two.
Georgia, 56. Texas, 33. Texas.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be brought down.
And the Georgia offense will take over. First and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he found a space on the right. the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be...
Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, go.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.